Imagine sailing across a calm stretch of open ocean, when a ship suddenly appears on the horizon. No radio calls, no crew on deck, no movement, only the silent outline of a vessel drifting toward you like a memory from another world. Today, we explore some of the most unsettling ghost ship discoveries ever documented. Real vessels found abandoned, years after vanishing, carrying questions that still whisper across the waves. But before we dive in, have you ever wondered what truly happens when a ship disappears at sea? Let me know in the comments. Your answers help shape future documentaries. Now, let's begin. The ocean has a long memory. Unlike land, where lost structures crumble away, the sea can preserve a ship for years, sometimes decades, until currents bring it back into human sight. And when these vessels return, they often return with chilling mysteries. One of the most famous examples is the SS Baychimo, a steel-hulled cargo ship used by the Hudson's Bay Company. In 1931, it became trapped in pack ice off the coast of Alaska. After multiple attempts to free it failed, the crew finally evacuated. When they returned days later, the ship had vanished, simply drifted away into the Arctic darkness. For most vessels, that would have been the end of the story. But not for the Baychimo. Over the next 38 years, the abandoned ship continued to be sighted by whalers, fishermen, and passing vessels. Sometimes the sightings showed it stuck in ice, other times drifting freely through Arctic waters. People boarded it more than once, finding its interior frozen but intact. The last confirmed sighting occurred in 1969 near Point Barrow, Alaska. After that, it disappeared for good. To this day, no one knows where the Arctic finally claimed it. The idea of a ship haunting the ocean for decades sounds like fiction, but it happens more often than most people realize. The difference is that modern ghost ships tend to meet a different fate. They wash ashore. Take the MV Lyubov Orlova, a former Soviet cruise ship built in the 1970s. After years of neglect, it was being towed from Canada to the Dominican Republic to be scrapped. But during the tow, rough seas snapped the lines, sending the massive vessel drifting into the North Atlantic with no crew, no power, and no ability to steer. By early 2013, the ship had drifted far beyond Canadian waters. Satellite trackers picked it up briefly, then lost it. For a while, rumors circulated online about the vessel being filled with rats, drifting toward Europe. Although that part was speculation, one thing is certain: the Lyubov Orlova remained unclaimed somewhere in the Atlantic until signals from its emergency beacons later stopped. Whether it finally sank or continues to drift is unknown. But not every ghost ship vanishes forever. Some return suddenly, washed up on remote shores long after anyone expected. In 2016, residents of Liberia found a massive oil tanker, the Tamaya 1, run aground on their coastline. The ship had departed from Senegal but never arrived at its destination in Ghana. When authorities investigated the grounded vessel, something strange emerged. The entire crew was missing, yet no signs of struggle were found. Its navigation systems were silent, its logbooks empty, and the ship's engines shut down. What happened between its last known position and its appearance in Liberia remains unsolved. And then there is the Ryou-Un Maru, a Japanese fishing vessel caught in the tragic events of the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. Swept from its moorings and carried into the Pacific, the ship drifted for more than a year. It crossed thousands of miles of open ocean before being discovered near Alaska. The crew had never been aboard when the tsunami hit, but the vessel's survival showed how far ocean currents can carry abandoned ships. The Ryou-Un Maru was eventually sunk in a controlled operation, but its journey remains one of the most documented long-distance drifts of a modern ghost ship. Perhaps the most haunting trend today is the rise of abandoned vessels appearing near shorelines, sometimes with no explanation at all. One famous case is the fishing boat discovered in 2006 off the coast of Australia. When a patrol aircraft spotted it, the boat was drifting naturally, with no visible damage. After boarding it, authorities found fishing equipment neatly arranged, but no crew. The men who had been on the vessel were never found. Incidents like this remind us that even small boats can become ghost ships when sudden emergencies force crews to abandon them. Another notable example is the SS Ourang Medan, a ship reportedly found adrift in the mid-20th century with all crew members dead under mysterious circumstances. While the vessel's exact historical documentation is debated, the story continues to be cited in discussions of maritime mysteries, illustrating how the ocean amplifies the unknown. When abandoned ships surface years later, the key question people ask is, how do they survive so long? The answer lies in a combination of buoyancy, sealed compartments, and ocean currents. Steel-hulled ships, especially those built before the era of electronic navigation systems, can drift without taking on fatal levels of water. The ocean's major current systems, like the North Atlantic Drift, the Kuroshio Current, and the equatorial currents, act like conveyor belts, pushing objects slowly but steadily across vast distances. That's how entire vessels reappear thousands of miles from where they were last seen. But perhaps the most fascinating ghost ship of recent decades is one that re-emerged after almost a century underwater. The Endurance, the ship of Ernest Shackleton. Although not a drifting ghost ship, its discovery in 2022 shocked researchers because it remained astonishingly well preserved under Antarctic ice for over 100 years. The cold water, lack of wood-eating organisms, and extreme depth created near-perfect preservation conditions. Its discovery highlighted how the ocean can both destroy and protect, depending on the environment. Ghost ships fascinate us because they sit at the intersection of nature, mystery, and human history. They remind us that the ocean is vast enough to hide entire vessels, strong enough to move them across continents, and unpredictable enough to return them without warning. Each abandoned vessel tells a story of storms, economic collapse, mechanical failure, human decision-making, and sometimes unexplained disappearance. The sea keeps its secrets until it decides to reveal them. Before we end, tell me, which ghost ship story shocked you the most, and why? Your answers help this channel grow and help me bring you deeper into the world of underwater mysteries. Don't forget to subscribe to Ancient Underwater Mysteries for more well-researched deep dives into the world beneath the waves.